Welcome to Restoring Men in History. Charlie Kirk talks about reading and how important it is. We got a clip from that. We've also got a clip from his favorite book. We've got a clip from his book list, him recommending books for you to read. And I love reading. I think it enriches you. I think it makes you better. I think it helps you be more successful and gives you all these great things from reading. And Charlie Kirk believed in it. So we're going to give you this first clip. Go.
You're not serious about your intellectual journey. You might say, that's too many. You can listen to them too, right? Spend less money on booze, alcohol, drugs, and nightclubs, and more money on audiobooks. Okay. Your life will be better. Okay. Trust me. I try to be a living example of that. I try to read 100, 120 books a year. I'm always listening to stuff, always reading stuff. I don't remember it all, but I remember a fair amount of it, and it just creates you into a happier, deeper, wiser person. And the more you dedicate yourself to reading, debating will become easier.
So true, right? It will make most people, if you're reading good books, happier, deeper, and what? Wiser. Charlie Kirk says it. I agree with that. It's made my life so much better to read great books all my life. If you like this subject, please subscribe, like, and comment. And what is your favorite book of all time? Do you like reading? Let us know. So I've got all these huge books, Nook, Kindle, hardback, paperbacks. You can see some, but I don't even have a lot of books behind me. Just got a few. But anyway, if you can choose to read 30 minutes a day or an hour a day, or on the weekend, if you can read a whole day, like on Sunday, think of how much knowledge you can gain. And most people really aren't reading. But number one, makes me think. So it'll probably reading good books will make you think and develop your mind. And it will develop you. So if you're reading good books, I do think it will make you deeper. And I can kind of tell when I'm talking to somebody if they read a lot of good books. I can kind of tell right away by the way they're speaking and listening. Walt Disney said there is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. At least that was attributed to him. Now, since I'm on Walt Disney, a great book that I read on Disney, which really inspired me, fired me up, Triumph of the American Imagination, Walt Disney by Neil Gabler. Great book, could not put it down. Long book, big book, fantastic. All right, number two, wiser. Reading will make you wiser. I do think that's true. Reading good books gives you more knowledge, gives you more experiences. A good biography will do what? What will it do? It will take you through someone else's life, take you through someone else's struggles, adversities, obstacles, how they overcome them. You will go through what they did and even feel like you're living through it in some books if it's well written. Charlie Munger said this: in my whole life, I've known no wise people over a broad subject matter area who didn't read all the time. None. Zero. Pretty big endorsement for reading. You'd be amazed at how much Warren reads and how much I read. My children laugh at me. They think I'm a book with a couple of legs sticking out. Charlie Munger. He thought it was important. He thinks it's important. Number three, happier. So I can have a terrible day where everything goes wrong. I sit down at night, start reading a book. It all changes. And this is what's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, people out there. If I've had a terrible day, but I just make myself open the book and read a couple of sentences, I'm already feeling better. It already makes me feel better. A couple of sentences. So it does make me happier. Now, I don't know about you, but we're just giving you, Charlie Kirk believed in reading. I believe in reading, so it matches up with RMH goals. So we're doing this, but literally in seconds, I'm happy. I'm so happy from reading nonfiction, fiction. And it engages my imagination, whether it's history or biography or nonfiction or fiction. They bring me such joy books. Because also I love to learn. Charlie Kirk loved to learn, right? And good thrillers at night are great. It's page turners. You can read those page turners. Jack Carr, great, right? Jack Carr writes great great thrillers. By the way, he's got Cry Havoc coming out right now. You can go get Cry Havoc today, new book. All of his James Reese books are phenomenal. All the Jack Carr books, if you love thrillers, and will take you around. James Reese is a great character. I declare, after all, there is no enjoyment like reading. How much sooner one tires of anything than of a book. Jane Austen. When I have a house of my own, I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library. Jane Austen. So, number four, inspiring. A good bio inspires me to do better, to work harder. I get to see their struggles again, and their adversity and how they overcame and dealt with it. You can look at the American founders. How did they deal with Britain? How long did that take? What were the steps? What caused the American Revolution? Well, I've read multiple books on it, not just biographies, of huge histories on it. What was the tipping point? It just kept going incrementally, right? Getting worse and worse. So you can see how they went through the struggle of the American Revolution, how Washington went through the struggle of the American Revolution. And I'll give you a biography to read, Ron Chernow, George Washington, Washington, A Life by Ron Chernow. All right, so I'm always writing ideas. I get excited when I'm reading, and it makes me want to have an impact and make a difference. I'll give you one more biography, Walter Isaacson's Musk. It's about Elon Musk. It's a good book, Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson. Number 5, it develops the imagination. I see worlds, I imagine things, I fill in the page, I see the rooms, the furniture, the dresses, the wardrobe, the mountains, the trees, whatever they're going through, the threats, living through it in my imagination, through those characters. And you kind of make a friend out of them, right? You can meet new people from different countries and travel there. You can go into space, you can go to the medieval ages and see knights. A book is a dream that you hold in your hand, Neil Gaiman. So, number 6, it can develop what? Analytical skills, thinking skills. When I read a biography or history or nonfiction book, it makes me think of how each event affects the next event. How's that working together? What's causing this and this? What did he do? How did the Treaty of Versailles affect the world? World War I, going on to World War II. How does that all go together? So when you read a long history book, how each decision in history by each country affects each other, right? And a thriller, you're asking what the bad guy's going to be next. So if you're reading Jack Carr, you're saying, how's he going to get to the bad guys? How's he not going to get killed, right? You're cheering for James Reese. What's our hero going to do next to solve the problem? How's the hero going to get out of this if he's captured, right? Charlie Munger said this, develop a lifelong self-learner through voracious reading. Cultivate curiosity and strive to become a little wiser every day. Big endorsement from Charlie Munger on reading. Number 7, it will help your focus and concentration in this day and age with phones and all the social media and everything. Good to have focus and concentration. Sitting for hours and being able to stay in that book will develop focus and concentration. Number 8, you might find your purpose or calling from reading books, right? Might see something you never heard about or knew that the characters enjoy, that you might enjoy. So you can see other careers, professions, and live through them. Other places to live. Set goals from them. Number 9, empathy. You read fiction or literature, especially, I think you get empathy. You get, empathy for these characters. You feel their emotions. You see what their thoughts are. You hear them thinking, and you get to know them. And I think it improves your empathy for others. You get into those relationships. 10, it reduces stress for me. If I've had a long bad day, we kind of talked about this, it does make me happier, but it also reduces stress. And I'll give you a number, well, I don't want to mess up the count, but it also makes me sleep better when I read a good book. All right, and with some books, you feel like you get to know new friends. I remember the first time I was reading Lord of the Rings, I wanted to meet Aragorn, So some characters start to feel like friends. Gandalf, I wanted to meet Gandalf when I was a kid and reading Lord of the Rings. Books are the quietest and most constant of friends. They are the most accessible and wisest of counselors and the most patient of teachers. Charles W. Eliot. So success, if you read good books, I think it leads to success. Others have said that as well. There was a study done on books that I have read a long time ago, so I don't have it here to pull up. I don't doubt I'll go find it. But anyway, Elon Musk, of course, said, how did he learn to build rockets? He read. So my suggestion is find things you're interested in. Don't make it a chore. Find things you're truly interested in and read those books first. If you're interested in fiction, read fiction. Read thrillers if you like thrillers. If you're interested in cars, read a book about cars. Find something you're interested in is my recommendation if you have trouble reading. What do you want to do with your life? Books will help you find that, your purpose. So Charlie Kirk was asked what his favorite book is. Let's go on to that next. This clip, go.
For Meaning by Viktor Frankl, written by a Holocaust survivor who talks about finding meaning in all circumstances, regardless of how much depression or darkness that there is. He came up with an entire school of thought called logotherapy, which is the Greek logos put into practice, which is regardless of how terrible your circumstances are, you can find joy. It's one of the most popular books ever. It's called Man's Search for Meaning.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
So he gives you a good book to read there, and we've done a good video on that actual book, because it is, by the way, I've read that book. I even did a video on it. It's a fantastic book, And at RMH, we believe in purpose, and of course, he did as well. And he talks about purpose in the book and love in the book and facing challenges and obstacles, and what else in the book? Your attitude. So I think it's a very helpful and good book for you to read if you're going through something or you're not. Because all men, we think here at RMH, all men need a purpose. You need meaning in your life. You need a big why. That book will give you a why. How did he survive what he went through? How did he come out of it? He said he had to finish his book, right? So you go through the Holocaust, you come out of it, he had to finish his book. So that could make you go on through terrible adversity and obstacles to have a big why and a purpose. So no matter what you're going through, what is another point of the book? You can choose what always in life, your attitude. So purpose, love, attitude. So ask yourself today, what is your why? Write it down. What are you here for? What are you supposed to be doing? What are you here for? What are you supposed to be doing? Let's go on to the next clip. Go.
Let me just kind of go through some of the basics. Obviously, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is very, very important. Anything by C.S. Lewis, so Mere Christianity in particular, which I love. I'm currently working through a book called Doctrine by Mark Driscoll and Gary Bashirs, because it was recommended to me by a couple people. That is a serious read. I'll tell you what, it's 345 pages full. I mean, it is a huge book. It's been actually taken me like a couple months. I encourage people to read 1984, Brave New World. I'm also planning to read I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist by my friend Frank Turek. I've actually never read the book I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. Let me think about, I got like 300 books on my book stand, some of which I'm working through.
I finished your Right Wing Revolution.
Oh, thank you.
And so that little section of the books you recommended, I put all those in my Amazon cart, and I've ordered a couple. I'm reading the Federalist Papers right now. That's taking a little bit.
Amazing.
So yes, we've done some of the Federalist Papers. They are outstanding. They are magnificent. I recommend them, but I also recommend what else? The Anti-Federalist Papers, because they're very important to blend in with that and know that as well. We ratified what? A limited government. And the Federalist Papers promised we were going to have a limited government. You read 45, what does Federalist 45 say? It's going to be very limited government, few and defined powers, right? States are going to have most of the power. So it says that in Federalist 45. So we've gotten away from the limited government. Read the Federalist Papers. They're fantastic. Read the Anti-Federalist Papers. They're outstanding. And also, just always remember, though, balance it with some books you really are going to enjoy if that's not your thing. But okay, C.S. Lewis, we did this in the groups. We assigned some C.S. Mere Christianity we did in the groups. Abolition of Men we did in the groups. So we had great discussions on it. So C.S. Lewis books are good. Road to Serfdom, Hayek, very good book. I think that's in the next clip. Let's go on to the next clip. Sorry.
Let me recommend a couple other books to you. I love the book Good to Great. It's very good for business scaling if you have kind of a business mind. I really enjoyed The Conservative Mind. I read that a couple summers ago. Obviously, The Road to Serfdom is kind of a no-brainer.
All right, so now we're at Road to Serfdom, and that's Good to Great as well. Good to Great, a fantastic book. Road to Serfdom, outstanding book. I think you'll benefit from both of them. Road to Serfdom by Hayek is just phenomenal. Good to Great will give you a lot of good business tips. We have videos on not the whole Road to Serfdom, just how it deals with socialism. And then Good to Great we have a video on, which I think will give you a good feel for Good to Great, so you can check out that video. There are fantastic business tips in there. Excellent book, just outstanding. The Conservative Mind, one of my favorites. That book's great. It will give you a lot of conservative thinkers, why you believe in it, why they believed in it, and their principles. Russell Kirk wrote it, compiled it. He didn't write it. He compiled the book and put it together of all these different conservative thinkers. And he has a great book there that he put together. I could not put it down. 1984. Great book for today with digital ID and what's going on, and a possible digital currency being sponsored by the government, which would infringe on your freedoms. So we have to stand lawfully and peacefully against digital ID and some kind of government-sponsored digital currency and social credit scores. So 1984 and Brave New World, phenomenal books to read for today because they're so applicable to today. And I think they'll really bring tyranny home. Big Brother, the Ministry of Truth and all that in 1984. And then the Soma, we've got Bread and Circuses going on today So you'll see Brave New World, because you see kind of the soma and people zoning out and just being entertained. Let's go on to the next clip.
Churchill wrote a bunch of books. I think he had the history of the English-speaking peoples. I think that was it. I actually have never read it, but people
Yeah,
highly,
you recommended that one in your book.
highly recommend it. I still need to read that. You could also, if you want a more provocative, The Death of the West by Patrick Buchanan is a fabulous book. And then I love The Book That Built Your World by Vishal Mangalwaldi. I love it. It brags about Western civilization and about the beauty of the Bible from an Indian outsider's perspective.
So he's talking about books written by Churchill, but I'm going to give you a book that was just outstanding. William Manchester, The Last Line. There are 3 books to them. Outstanding. Wonderful biographies. Take you through World War II, Churchill's whole life. He lived an incredible life. And you'll learn so much by reading these 3 books called The Last Line. It's written so well and engaging that I think you will really enjoy it. So Charlie Kirk was recommending books that he wrote, Churchill wrote. I'm recommending books on him because they're so good. William Manchester, there's other ones too that are good. So find some good books and read. I think it will make your life richer, deeper, and better. And I think it will make you more successful in life. So thank you. If you like this subject, please subscribe, like, and comment. Have a magnificent day.